Hello, and welcome to the youtubeyogscast. This is a quick look at the crafting in Guild Wars 2. I thought I owed it to people to show this a little bit. So I took armorsmith and weaponsmith. There's some really interesting things in crafting which are pretty cool. So you have to do it in a town on sort of an anvil. And look here, I can craft 59 bronze ingots, okay, which would normally take ages.
Whoa, 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 whoa!
But it speeds up according to how many you've got to do.
Oh my god!
And look,
So you haven't sped up the video?
No, this is in real time.
Wow!
I know.
That's amazing.
Isn't that good? So
Oh
I mean, it'll do. If you've only got 5, it'll do them quite slowly. But if you've got like 100, it'll speed them up exponentially, and it starts spazzing out. It's amazing.
That is so cool.
That is cool. So I harvested 100 copper ore, and I was like, I didn't know how to make bronze, but apparently you have to buy tin ore from a merchant. Okay. And also this other stuff, you have to get other bits of bobs. Now, when you're out in the world, everything that you collect, like a bit of diggy, a bit of choppy, a bit of pecky flowers, whatever, it'll say on it what crafting it's used for. So, for example, copper will say armorsmith, whatever smith. Now, what I'm doing there is I'm building inscriptions. Okay? Now, what I need to do is I need to build...
Right.
So, for example, I want to make a greatsword. Okay? So I need a greatsword hilt, which is just bronze. Easy. I need a greatsword blade, which is just bronze, again easy. And then I need an inscription. And the inscriptions are difficult to get hold of because they have unique drops from mobs. And the ones I made there, I had to make off of tiny husks. I'll get to that in a second. Anyway, I'm putting inscriptions with the blade and the hilt. This looks like something. Craft it. I didn't know what I was doing. I was just mucking around. There you go. And then you learn the recipe.
You made something
from just blending this crap together.
Da, 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 da.
And so now that recipe gets added to my list, and I can craft it from there, and it tells me what I need, and it will actually also sort of auto do some of the components as well if you've got the right bits and bobs, so that's quite handy.
Is it any good? It looks pretty good. Looks pretty good.
Not bad, is it? Not bad at all. Now, obviously as you level up you get better inscriptions. Now, the inscriptions are important because they're basically drops off creatures, and they're going to be the limiting factor often. So what I've got here is just some kind of bits of cloth. You kind of get that from any old crap place, and you also get a lot of these materials from salvaging armor. You can buy salvage kits and just like disenchant. So there you go. That's a festering insignia. Tiny husks. Now, tiny husks are one of the things which, and there's one vial of weak blood. Again, these are the things that drop off mobs, and you usually just kind of throw away.
See, I was getting all this stuff and I was just vendoring it. I was like, what's this crap? And I was just getting rid of it. Oh.
Well, it fills up your inventory. That's the problem. It really did fill up my inventory, and so I had to vendor a lot of it. So I had to actually go out and collect some. But what I'm saying is, when you go out and collect to do crafting, okay, to actually make stuff, you can't just go out and farm a load of copper. You have to actually get stuff off creatures as well,
right,
to make this stuff, according to what stats you want or things like that. So there I've got 7 tiny claws. I can make these ones. Some stuff you're just going to want to craft to get you to the next tier. So you can conceivably just craft a whole load of useless guff and then sell it to get yourself crafting XP. And you see at the top there is my crafting XP, and actually whenever I craft anything it gives me XP and the bar starts going up. So I'm level 20, well, I've got 21 levels of experience in armorsmith out of 100 already from just crafting all those bronze ingots and stuff. But there you go, you get a lot more XP from doing something actually useful.
Yeah.
So festering leggings, festering boots. They sound horrible. I think these are just they just give you a bit of extra condition damage, which means that I think it means any things you have. Actually, I don't know what condition damage means, but it gives you condition damage. I'm not going to pretend I know what that means.
I think it adds to any dots or anything that you apply to mobs, so it adds that much damage to each tick.
That's possible, but I don't know whether that would be weird if it did that. I mean, it might just add it to the raw swings, or it might be something completely foreign to us. Anyway, there you go. So I can make bronze hammered boxes out of this as well, which is quite handy because bags are a little bit fiddly to get hold of sometimes. So you could just,
So boxes. You don't have bags. You have boxes that you carry around with you.
If you're an armorsmith, you can make the boxes. If you're a tailor, you'll make bags. You know, each of the...
Right.
You can only choose, I think, 2 of the crafting professions. But I think you can untrain them for just any point and keep the XP that's in that. I think you can pay to switch between them at any time.
So you don't unlearn everything?
No, I don't think you unlearn anything. No.
Right. Okay.
I think that's kind of how it's supposed to work. So it's quite cool in that sense. So you can have max rank everything on one character without it costing you the earth. This is something that's deliberately optional though in the game. This is something you can do if you want for fun. You can quite happily vendor all this stuff instead, like you and I did, because every 5 levels there are actually vendors who sell the best armour, or the standard armour for your level, every 5 levels. So at level 25, at level 30, level 35, you'll meet them because they're everywhere. They're at all the quest hubs. You just go in there, and if your boots are like 10 levels old,
decent quality armour.
you can get, yeah, exactly. Your other option is to do it by crafting, you know, and get yourself up to scratch by doing that. But it's entirely optional. So yeah, you can switch between your crafting at any time. The 8 of them are weaponsmith, armorsmith, which is the ones I chose. But you can also do huntsman, which is based on bows and pistols and torches and things. Artificers, which make the magical stuff like staffs and scepters. And then you've got leatherworkers and tailors who do the other armour pieces. Jewelers, which do all the sort of extra gubbins to do with jewellery. And also cooks. Cooks are a bit more difficult because finding the actual cooking stuff is a little bit difficult to do when you're out in the wild. You have to keep picking onions and all sorts of stuff when you're out there. It's basically like alchemy cooking. They give you sort of temporary buffs, combat buffs, which make you tougher or give you more experience or things like that. Actually, I'm not sure they give you more experience. I don't know if that's true.
Citation needed.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it?
Yes, yes it is. It's amazing.